the man who conquered the internet, just bought a rocket company to beat Elon Musk to Mars. NASA picked his company for a Mars mission that could land before SpaceX ever arrives. But most people forgot about Eric Schmidt the moment he stepped down from Google's throne. For years, critics called him a glorified babysitter hired to manage two genius college kids. Larry and Sergey built the algorithms. Schmidt was supposedly just the suit who cashed checks. Then Steve Jobs whispered that Schmidt had betrayed him and declared thermonuclear war on Android. After he left Google in 2018, the world decided Eric Schmidt was officially yesterday's man. So naturally, at age 70, he bought a failing rocket company nobody believed could survive. Relativity Space was dying, its first rocket exploded, investors were gone, the dream was over. But Schmidt didn't invest passively. He installed himself as CEO and took control of everything. His advantage wasn't better engineering. It was rockets printed from raw metal wire, built overnight. The Terran R carries 33,000 kilos to orbit, built entirely by massive 3D printers. SpaceX had become a monopoly, and governments secretly hate depending on one single billionaire's move. Schmidt had spent years chairing the commission that quietly wrote America's entire national AI strategy. His obsession isn't rockets, it's collecting government security clearances like a kid collects baseball cards. He doesn't think in products, he thinks in infrastructure that governments desperately need to exist. Elon Musk builds rockets like a brilliant engineer showman. Schmidt builds them like a Washington insider. Musk bets on engineering supremacy. Schmidt bets that governments will always want a second option. Within 1 year, NASA handed Relativity Space the Mars contract that terrifies every SpaceX executive. It's called Aeolus. It launches in 2028, and it could reach Mars before Starship does. If it succeeds, Eric Schmidt becomes the first private citizen to put hardware on Mars. He's also launching a space telescope funded by his own philanthropy to watch the universe. But if Terran R fails, his entire legacy evaporates overnight, along with the billions invested. He was a Princeton and Berkeley PhD, who spent 40 years being underestimated as just corporate. And that underestimation has always been his sharpest weapon in every single room he enters. So is Eric Schmidt the greatest strategist of our era, or just an ego with billions? Subscribe to Who Matters Now for the full story on the people shaping tomorrow's world.